Okay, so what I'm showing you here is 2 pages opening with Psalm 1 from the Windmill Psalter. And a Psalter is a book of Psalms. So both Psalms and Psalter, oddly, do not pronounce the P. And they are from London, circa 1270 to 1280. So early medieval manuscript traditions survive into the Gothic period. So you can really see, like the Book of Kells or something that we looked at last week, there is definitely a connection between the two. And because of, like the intricate kind of designs here remind me of Celtic knots and stuff. The opening pages of the Windmill Psalter portray the tree of Jesus, a genealogic story of Jesus' ancestors from Isaiah, and the elaborate second letter E. Visual puns are intertwined with dense ornamental tendrils. This will bring us to the Germanic lands. East of England and France, in the Germanic lands of the Holy Roman Empire, a new type of Gothic architecture developed in the 13th century in response to the increasing importance of sermons within church services. This becomes known as the Hall Church, or Hall Churches. And they featured a nave and side aisles with vaults of equal height, creating a spacious open interior. And I will show you an example here. This is called the Old New Synagogue, and it's in Prague, which is technically in an area called Bohemia. Today it's the Czech Republic. And this is circa late 13th century. So the Prague Old New Synagogue has 2 focal points: the Aaron for Torah scrolls and the raised Weimar platform. Like the Hall Church, its vaults are the same height. And here we see the Church of the Holy Cross in Germany. It was begun in 1317. The choir was begun in 1315, and the vaulting was completed in the 16th century. The Church of the Holy Cross was an elaboration of the Hall Church. So we see a triple aisle choir in this church. And we also see the unity of space that was enhanced by the complex webbed vault. So instead of just a simple ribbed vault that we've seen before, it becomes kind of this web-like pattern, or I've always thought of it almost like looking something like a star. And then we have the stars here. And if you remember a couple videos back, we might even make a reference visually to something like Sainte-Chapelle with the beautiful stars in the ceiling. So I think that we can make some connections between the aesthetic style, at least. And here we see that our columns have become quite slender. We still have the Gothic pointed arch. So these things, even though we're looking at a different style of Gothic architecture in this new format, there are still things that are definitely crossing over into this format. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, and then we're going to go into what is known as the late medieval period, and it is a transition then into what becomes known as the Renaissance.